RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having an amazing Tuesday. My doggy just got out of bed. He's been very, very lazy today, and it's kind of amusing. Okay, I'm trying to open up today's video, and it's not allowing me to. Well, if you comment today, I might not be able to see you. I cannot open that. So I hope everybody's having an amazing Tuesday morning after your long weekend. I know yesterday was rough for a lot of people diving back into work after having a long weekend, totally off. And most everybody I know stayed disconnected for the weekend as well. So it was hard to get back into the swing of things. So we are looking forward to diving in today. Today, we are talking about the how of your business, knowing your how in your business. So how do you do a business? How do you provide services to your business for your business? How do you provide customer service to your customers? These are just some of the hows of your business that you need to consider before you start promoting your business. I mean, some of us fall into our business kind of purely by accident. My side hustle just was something that I was doing. And heck, when I first had a side hustle, it was something I was doing and not even charging for, because it's something I did. It didn't connect that, oh yeah, I could charge for this right away. It's just something I helped people with for years. So some of us stumble into that. So we have to backtrack and do the hows later on. But if you're just starting out and getting ready to launch, these are some of the things that you should consider. So the how of your business. How are you going to provide the services you're going to provide? 90% of us are going to provide things remotely and provide things via Zoom or just via email or something like that. So that's a basic how, but you do need to consider that. Some people don't like Zoom. Some people can't afford to pay for Zoom. And if the 40 minutes that you get for the free Zoom isn't enough, you're going to need to consider something else. Skype has the ability for you to do screen share on calls like this. Telegram does. You have so many options out there for communicating with potential clients. Just email. I mean, that might be the way you communicate. Facebook Messenger, you could do calls like this on Facebook Messenger as well. You have so many options. So make sure that you know what option is going to, one, work well for your clients. What's something you're going to be able to use that your client is going to understand? I come from the tech world, so WebEx or something like that would have been the standard in the tech world. And it's horrible. It's really a time consuming. There are a lot of steps to get into it that might not be the best for your clients because they may not understand the process of how to do that. Zoom is, and I've experienced this, we've had clients that I've had to send and spend 5 minutes teaching them how to use Zoom. And it's a link. So you need to consider your client's ability level when you're considering any process, any procedure, anything that you're going to use. Dubsado, we came across a client a week or two ago that couldn't figure out how to sign a contract in Dubsado. Right. And really was very confused by hitting the button in the email and didn't understand how to go through that process. So we had to record her video, and I'm not even sure the video, and we ended up having to type it out step by step for her with screenshots and things. Those are things that you do need to consider, depending on the age of your client, the ability levels of your client. I don't want to call anybody dumb because everybody has different areas that are theirs and that they're able to handle things. But I've had clients who are in their 60s and 70s, so tech is not their thing at all. And you need to make sure that they understand and can do the things that you need to do. One of my clients, she was 68 or something like that. And I had a Dubsado form for her to fill out. And it was way too much for her to deal with because the only piece of tech she had was a regular phone. She didn't even have a smartphone. So she couldn't do it. So I had to question by question feed them to her in Facebook Messenger and wait for her to answer them. You just need to know and understand where your clients are at. And that goes back to yesterday's conversation of knowing the who, what, where, when, and why of your client. You need to know these things before you make decisions. We were using ClickUp. I love ClickUp, really love ClickUp. As a project manager, ClickUp is one of my favorite things in the world. However, some of the team members that we work with, because they're super creative, ClickUp is not something that makes sense to them. And it's very difficult and they find it very hard to navigate and find what they have to do, all of those things. So we switched to Monday because Monday is very visual and much easier for them to understand. Now, there are things that Gina and I don't like about Monday because it's not true project management software. There are no subtasks. There are a lot of things that Gina
that drives me crazy, by the way.
There are things that we don't like about it, but our target, and in this case, our target is our contractors, can't handle using it. Can't handle using ClickUp. So we needed to use something like Monday that was very easy.
Yeah. And if they couldn't handle our internal tools, then that means our delivery was gonna just get blown out of the water bad. So we had to readjust. You can't force people to be able to use the things that you're sending to them. Sometimes there are exceptions to the rule and you have to find a workaround for them. Like there's just not everybody. Like I've had clients who would I'd send them a document and they had a Mac and they would tell me, I don't have Microsoft on my computer, so I can't open this. You have to use Google whatever. When Apple's native applications, Pages, Keynote, and Numbers all will open and open a Microsoft and convert it to Pages, convert it to Keynote, convert it to Numbers. So it would actually be fine. But instead of arguing, I just said whatever. That's where she preferred Google Drive and Google Sheets. That's what she preferred. It was not my preference, but that was her preference. So it just made things easier.
Exactly. So really know where the ability level of your clients are, people that you're going to work with, and plan on these things ahead of time. Because if you dive into your business and have all of these processes and procedures figured out for just you, and it works for just you, the ability to grow, you've just stunted yourself with the ability to grow your business and increase your profit by not planning to have a VA or an OBM or those kinds of things. You need to plan for those things ahead of time. Almost every small business, it gets to the point where they at least need a VA/OBM.
Yeah, they all get to that point. And I will be frank, if I were you, I would hire an OBM and a VA at the same time.
Yeah, or maybe, so we actually have that scheduled for a conversation tomorrow. Or Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know. This week, we're going to talk about the differences of why you should hire what in your business.
Yes.
But knowing that how you're going to go about all of those things is so important. You always plan for upgrade and migration in your business. I don't care if you make crocheted animals and that's all you do, but you're trying to expand your sales online and you're going to be doing an Etsy shop or something like that. The chances of you needing to hire somebody to help you with that process is very high.
There are things that experience will bring that a Google search will not, that a YouTube video will not. So don't get stuck in the idea of, well, yeah, I could probably hire somebody, but I could also Google it and get the information too. That is true. You can, but from experience, the other person will know the fastest way to do it and the fastest way to get there. So don't wave off experience for the sake of a Google search because you don't want to spend the money. Don't do that.
Yes. Well, and that's a completely different conversation. The how of your business, you are stunting yourself by not trusting, hiring, even just a consultation call with somebody who knows that industry or that area for your business. Those of you that DIY your business and DIY the heck out of it and refuse to spend a dime to grow, there is a famous phrase out there. You have to spend money to make money. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why that phrase is there. Anytime that you refuse to invest in your business, this is a big how in your business. Anytime you refuse to invest in your business somewhere, I don't care if investing in software, investing in an OBM or a VA, etc. Anytime you do that, you are stunting your business. You are the issue with your business that way. And I am going to make that blanket statement because it is absolutely true. I have been doing this for 25 years. And I've had people argue with me about this that are new in business. I will tell you, in 25 years, I tried to do that once. About 15? No. Over 15 years ago. I tried to DIY a business and had to quit after a year because I was making barely anything. My husband and I took a step back. I had to get a job because we needed the money. I got a job. I was waitressing, and I was waitressing in a really, really popular place in bartending. I was raking in cash. My average weekend was $800 in tips. So I went and did something I knew I could make money quickly at. Man, I was exhausted because I was working like 16-hour shifts on those weekends, but I made money. I had money to start my business next. And instead of me starting it, I hired somebody to build all my processes, my procedures, and my back end. I did that, stepped into my business a month later with everything all ready for me and a salesperson. And I was making like $2,500 in less than 6 weeks because I invested a lot of money in getting everything else done first. I ended up selling that business for $130,000. Because I invested in it. That's a big how of your business, is making sure. And I have started either by myself or with a partner. This is my 7th business I've done. 2 failed. I've had 2 failed partnerships in all of this. In both of them, I lost a lot of one. I lost mega amounts of money. The last one, not so much, but I still lost money. And 5 out of those 7, I more than tripled my investment when I sold out or was bought out by a partner or just plain sold the business. It is important. I say all of that, not to brag, not at all to brag, but to tell you, I know what I'm doing. I've done this so many times. And I enjoy starting something up and then moving on. And that's where Gina and I don't think Gina and I have any plans for selling. Well, if somebody made us a major offer for a business,
everything is for sale, but I mean, like for the right price, but
it's not our plan to sell DG Marketing or Be Boss Girl. Our plan is to invest in these and set these up in a way that we don't have to be involved and can move on to the next thing. Because her and I have plans, I think, for 6 other businesses at this point.
Yes, it's quite a few on the list. Yeah.
So we plan on, and this is a big how in your business, is planning how you are going to move ahead and what your next steps are. We have, I think, 3 different levels of how for our business as far as how we're going to grow and how we're going to do things. We have our 12-week plan. Well, I should start. We have our 1-week plan, our 1-month plan, our 12-week plan, our 1-year plan, our 5-year plan, and our 10-year plan. It's very important to plan all of those pieces out for your business. Have a good business strategy, have a good business plan, have those extended overtime plans. And then Gina and I also have our huge pie in the sky, or whatever you want to call it. Someday I'm going to do this dreams. We both have those. They actually are very, very different from each other. But we also come from different backgrounds. And I think the 10 plus years age difference also helps. I have a very different ideas of where I want to be in 10 years, 20 years than Gina does. And there's nothing wrong with where either of us are planning either. But that's a how of your business. How are you going to XYZ? You need to start with the how way back here when you start. I'll be on camera. The how of when you start, and then move yourself across and be ready for that growth. If you don't plan hows for your business, good morning, Nikia. When you don't plan the how of your business, you are setting yourself up for failure. I see so many VAs, so many coaches, so many photographers that don't plan their business.
Not at all. And they end up stepping outside of their lane, and then they have no idea how to plan for it. And then it really goes south, and then they wonder why.
They don't plan how they're going to offer services. They don't plan how they're going to do each individual. Every step in your business has to have, remember yesterday I talked about every step in your business needs your who, what, where, when, why, and how. It is so important to do for every single thing that you do. The who, what, where, when, why, how, who your customers are. Finally can listen in. Well, I'm glad you're joining us, Nikia. You have to know the who, what, where, when, why, and how of you and your business. The who, what, where, when, and how, why, and how of your business. The who, what, where, when, why, and how of customer service and your software and your delivery and your dealing with an upset client and every step, every process needs that 5 W's and an H answered for it. And when you don't do that, you're at best, you're never going to grow, and you're always going to be struggling to get that next client and to make the money you want to make. At worst, you're going to lose your business. You're going to invest all kinds of time, maybe all kinds of money. Usually the people that don't invest in their businesses are the ones that fail the quickest. So they're not really using a whole lot of money, but they're losing an incredible amount of time because they're the people that spend 2,000 plus hours not even starting their business. Then they dive in and start their business, and they're spending 2,000 hours how to learn every single task that they need to do in their business. So 2,000 hours to learn how to build your website when I could have paid somebody $800 to build my website for me. Good morning, Brenda Lee.
Good morning.
Somebody, I need to write all my social media posts. I don't know what to write. So I'll just write something myself, and I'll take this course and that course, and I'll buy this thing and I'll buy that thing and invest 2,000 hours trying to figure out how to write a social media post. Well, I will tell you, a well-written social media post, 2,000 hours is a ridiculous amount of time to invest in that. Is your social media important? Absolutely. I'll preach that all day long, but it's not something you, if you don't know what you're doing, should invest the time in. Hire somebody else. I mean, we've got packages. We have a package that starts at $35 that will help you write your social media posts. It's $35 a month. It will help you write your posts. We have a package of $250. We'll just write all your posts for you and hand them back to you. And if you're earning $20 an hour, $250 is not that much money. That's 12 and a half hours-ish that you could be investing in working on client work and earning $20 an hour to cover the cost to hire somebody to do something that could take you. I've talked to people that spend 10 hours a week. That's 10 hours a week.
40 hours a month.
40 hours a month at $20 an hour is $800 a month that you are losing in potential profit trying to figure out how to write your own posts. When you could have paid somebody $250, which is a $400 something savings, to write them for you. Invest in yourself. Invest in your business. When you invest in your business, you are buying back your time. That's something Gina says a decent amount, one of her Ronisms. You have to buy back your time. You have to, I mean, we all have to buy back our time. Right now, Gina and I, for ourselves, this is not for client work, we have brought on a team. We added a team to our team that write our own social media posts. We have brought on a team that is going to design and put up our click funnels for us. We have hired a team to do our website, being Nakia Johnson, those of you know. We have hired a team. We have a personal assistant. We also have an auditing VA that all she does is audit content. And we're looking at, in the next 3 months, bringing on an OBM to take all kinds of other things off of our business.
And a CFO.
And a CFO to take another whole set of everything off of our plate. And every time we do this, every time, Gina, what happens every time we hire somebody and bring something on to take something off of our plate?
We make so much more money. Because the time is freed up for us to be able to go out and do business development. And well, yes. Yeah, Nakia, of course we need help. Like that's the whole, we're not, I want to touch on that. We're not super women. Like, you know, and like the idea that like what will make Danielle and I massively successful, probably more successful than most people in the Facebook land space, is we understand the importance of putting the right people in the right place. You are much better off putting somebody that is 100% dedicated to one task in, rather than you yourself trying to do 50 different tasks. I don't know who made the rule that the business owner is supposed to do everything. That is not true. That is so not true. In fact, that is completely, look, Shiner's even getting upset about it. Like that is so not true. That is actually the exact opposite. The founders and the business owners are the people that have the idea and they're the visionary and they're out in front. So they're the face that you see, but they understand the importance of hiring experts to take care of certain things within their business, because they know that it's going to go a lot further, a lot faster, and get stable a lot faster and survive a lot longer, having the right people in place. You absolutely cannot have a viable, sustainable, long-term business and you do everything. It's not going to grow. It's not going to give you the life of freedom that you want. Like, you know, it's not going to happen. And Danielle is telling me to take a deep breath. I'm sorry. This is a soapbox issue for me.
So part of what Nakia, and I know what Nakia is saying.
I know what Nakia is saying. So Nakia, this is not directed at you. This is just a soapbox. This is a soapbox issue because I am a certified OBM. So you have to think about all of the absolute BS that I heard from people for over a year about why they couldn't work with me or why they couldn't do this or why they couldn't do that. I mean, it was absolute horse crap.
It is. And Nakia, even so.
Sorry, Nakia.
So Nakia, yes, I need help. And I know Nakia looks at me and has said this very often. So this is why I could say this. Wow, superwoman, you could do everything. I have a lot of skills. I have, again. Yeah,
we have a lot of skills.
I'm older than you in the business world. I've been doing this 25 plus years. And I, some point, actually need to sit down and figure out when I owned my first business. I think it was like 19, and that was more than 25 years ago. So I've been doing this a long time. I do know how to do every single thing in our business. Like, I'm not kidding. I know how to do every single thing in the back end of our business and how to do it.
And I do too.
Hate doing most of it. Ask Gina.
We both, like, there's like, both Danielle and I know how to do pretty much everything in our business. We know it. We could do it. We could do it in our sleep. We hate 95% of it.
I hate project managing with a passion like you wouldn't believe. And I did that for 15 years.
I actually am not a fan of it either, but I happen to be very, very good at it, but I really don't like it.
I hate it. And there's a lot of other things. We all have those things in our business that we hate doing. But I also don't have the bandwidth I do not have the bandwidth to do it all. And as a small business owner, as a solopreneur, you have even less bandwidth to do it all.
Yes.
I actually have a little bit of freedom because I have a Gina. My Gina is the reason why I could do all of the things I do. And Gina, the reason why she can do some of the things she does is because she has a Danielle. And we have an Allison. And we have an
Allison. Yes.
And a Nicandra. And we have our social media team. And
you know, and it goes on and goes on and goes on. So like me, if I never have to have another sales conversation again, like color me happy.
And I want to do those all the time. I love the business development, the sales, the marketing, the content creation for our business. And I say content creation, I don't want to deal with the social media content creation so much, though I enjoy
product development a lot.
But I know how to do it all, which does make me a better business owner. The fact that I do have that knowledge and stuff, because when I go to hire somebody, I know that I'm hiring somebody that knows what they're doing, because I'll be like,
And we know when they're lying, when they come up with excuses, you know, like, because we know that as well. So it doesn't make us like completely blind, which is good, because you can get hosed.
Unfortunately, yes. So the how of your business is so important. It covers so many areas of your business that you need to spend the time. This week's series of knowing your business and knowing how to start your business is so important. Even if you've already started, to backtrack and take a look and do all of these things. Like I said yesterday, we talked about who, what, where, when, why, and how of even figuring out the beginning piece of your business.
And I do want to say, and this is something that just dawned on me, is, and this is most people that like, they want to hold everything to their chest. This is a mindset issue. You are not a failure for delegating
somebody else,
for delegating and outsourcing. You're not a failure. If anything, that makes you a success. So if you're sitting there thinking that I have to hold all this to my chest and I have to do everything, or I'm failing at my business, that is yes, you are failing your business by holding it up against your chest, but you are not failing your business by actually hiring and giving it to somebody that actually knows what they're doing.
In that same vein, we've all had this client that will hire you, the expert, to do something and then argue with you about everything.
Oh God, yes.
If you're gonna hire an expert,
that's where I get in trouble. See, that's where I get in trouble. See, that right there, that is where Gina gets in trouble, because I actually asked them, well, if you know everything, then why did you hire me? I have said that to clients before, and it gets me in trouble every single time. Don't do it. Don't say it. Just because you think it doesn't mean you have to say it. Big Ron tells me that all the time. I have been getting in trouble since I was a kid. So don't do it.
But also keep that in mind when you're hiring your VA. As a VA, hiring another VA, that's a weird thing. I have had to. So I am a 25-year IT pro. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing it since before there was Windows.
Ooh.
Yes. And hiring somebody to do that kind of work for myself, for a client, I can hire team members to work on a client work all the day long. That's fine. But hiring somebody to do my own IT, Gina is going to laugh hysterically at me, because I will have a very hard time with that.
That's going to be funny.
Had to do that before for myself. And one of my buddies that does IT full-time refuses to work for me ever, like me directly ever again, to do my own IT, because I drove him batty. So there's because you're an expert doesn't mean that somebody else's ideas of how to do something aren't good. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to do everything.
So basically, bottom line is, when you hire somebody and you bring them on, unless they're categorically just
an idiot,
failing, an idiot, butt out.
Yeah.
Bottom line, butt out.
And allow people to be who they are and grow. Because when you do that and just offer slight guidance, when they ask you questions, offer the guidance, not just volunteer it, then your business will grow that much quicker.
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap up, but I have an example I want to give you guys. So I was scheduling out our social media tips of the day, because I am faster in Active Campaign. It's not that Danielle can't do it. I just happen to be faster. And we needed to train Allison on it. So again, I was the better person to do it. And I royally screwed up the social media tips of the day that I was scheduling them into Active Campaign. So I used it as a teaching opportunity in my training video to show Allison. So,
I have to go watch Gina's.
You need to go watch it because I'm in there. I discover the massive screw up whilst videoing my training video for Allison. So there is a whole bunch of like sidebar commentary in there that should not be in a professional training video. And I will respectfully request Allison, please redo it before we outsource to somebody else, because I don't want them to hear me swearing in it. But that was a teaching opportunity for Allison, but now I won't say it again. So I wasn't butting in, but there's a difference in doing that to train and then in correcting them every single time they go to do something different.
Yes.
So
Nakia, so can I outsource sales as a VA? Yes, absolutely. So not everybody is good at sales. I think sales take, and I've told Gina this, sales takes a certain kind of personality to be really effective.
That I do not have.
So not everybody is great at that. I will say I'm one of those people that loves the selling part. Yes, there are sales VAs in Nakia. I also have an outsource company that does can do sales for you that is really, really good. I've used them in the IT world. We're going to be using them in the next couple months as well, so that I can back away from the sales at least somewhat and not be quite so hands-on with it. So yes, you absolutely can. So Nakia, if you want to private message me, I'm happy to share that information with you. Yes, outsource. You can outsource everything in your business. Believe me, there isn't a thing that there isn't somebody that does. And there's probably not a thing that somebody does that I don't know somebody who does it. So it helps to be around for a long time. So
that, and Danielle will talk to you a brick wall if it would talk back.
I probably have. And like, again, I was out in bars all weekend doing things, and I had prospective clients by the end of the weekend. Every single location I was at. That's just who I am. That's in my blood. That's in my personality. Drives my father nuts. He's like, can't you just have a conversation? We were at a bounce house, like play place for my nephew's birthday on Saturday, and I ended up talking to the owner for a while.
Can't help herself.
What I do. So again, there's somebody that can do everything in your business for you and help you. And the time investment, the price investment is usually so worth it. So worth it for your business. So let's focus on the how and really think about all of the hows for your business. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about knowing the what of your business. That's another big one.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the what of your business tomorrow and how you figure that out and some tips to move yourself ahead. Have an amazing day, everybody. Remember to rise, become, and be, and have an awesome day in your business. Drop by the Facebook group and chat with us. Let us know if you have any more questions about today's show. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.